let's get into the main crux of the show, a little thing we like to call reviews.
Lights, camera, action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist with brain.
Give me a thumbs up when I'm ready.
All right, so up first, we're gonna tag team review here, but I will let you take the lead on this.
Okay. So we're gonna review Eternity, a film by A24. I like A24 because they're like Neon. They put out interesting films. I think they a couple years ago they were really niche. They
Mhm.
were doing like the same type of movies, but I think they're really expanding. They're giving projects that like wouldn't get a leg at like
Yep.
a Warner Brothers
They're
or
big.
even a Netflix. So so I want to get into Eternity. Eternity is a scenario is like what if you were gonna die and then you got to pick your life and you're gonna sit there in eternity. Um, what would you pick? And then unfortunately, there was the stories about a husband and wife who both tragically die relatively close, and then her first husband who's been waiting in the afterlife for I believe 60 years
Yeah.
for her to come, and then just who's she gonna pick? What's gonna go on? These eternities are interesting. Like, are you gonna pick this and stay there for the rest of your life, deal with the consequences? So I think Eternity was a good popcorn, flick. It wasn't, like, the best movie I've seen this year, but I'm
Sure.
really glad I got to watch it.
And
How do
it's
you
an interesting, unique take of something we haven't seen before that you haven't thought about. Like, I love like the set design was cool. Like a lot of people didn't like that. Like it was like kind of like a train station almost or an exhibition hall showing all the different. I like that.
Yeah, I like
I
it
like the
too.
fact that you're given like a concierge who helps you figure it out. I like the fact that it's who will she choose. And let's talk about the fact that when you die, you go back to the age where you were most happy. So our two main characters, we start off, they're old, they're in their 80s, 90s, and but when they're in the afterlife, they're portrayed by Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen, but not Young and Spry. They talk and act like they're the older people, which I really dug. I felt
Yeah,
like they
I
were
like
both
that a lot.
good.
I like that a lot, and I thought the characters in this movie were really fleshed out,
Mhm.
and it wasn't and, like, even in the beginning of the movie, they're elderly sitting in the car, and
Oh, yeah,
that one conversation
it
sets the
sold
whole
everything for him.
you knew exactly who they were, and I really like that. And, I know we talked about this the other day. I like Miles Teller,
He's fantastic in
uh,
this.
and then oh, what's his name?
Callum Turner,
Callum Turner.
I haven't seen him in much, I don't recall.
We talked about this. I've seen him in a lot of movies. I think he just keeps picking stinkers, but, I think he's like, if he was given a good project, he'd be a really good actor. I like his performance.
But in this, fantastic. I
Yeah,
believe he was like this like guy who died when he was in the Navy. He had that old-timey vibe, and look, it sold
yeah,
it for me.
yeah, and, like, he he was in an old-timey movie. Was it last year? Boys in the Boat or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah, yeah, the
And
Clooney
he's
movie.
got that yeah, so I think he's a good actor. I really like the movie. I wouldn't say it's the best movie, but I liked it because it was so different and unique,
Mhm.
and it looked like the people involved, liked what they were who they were playing. The movie looked good. It was original. I'm hoping for more movies like this
Yeah.
in the future.
And I'm gonna we haven't mentioned yet, but the 2 concierge here who are representing the men, I really dug. And we have John Early as the original husband, his, concierge, and someone I love in everything she's in, Divine Joy Randolph. She is fantastic in this. Like, her charm and charisma comes off, it's bubbly, it's boiled. I love it. She stole the show for me.
Yeah, and when she was, having her, like, comments in the movie, that was the only time my entire theater laughed. I don't know
Oh,
about
I can
yours,
see that, yeah.
but, like, everybody laughed when she had something to say, and,
Mhm.
I thought she was a great heart of the movie. They don't go into her background, but, like,
But it worked.
just the way she acts, you know that, like, she's a good character.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, God, like you said, this is something different. A24 gave it a shot. I don't know if any other studios would give this type of movie a
I
shot.
don't putting it,
Yeah.
but, like, I just feel like A24 is putting out, like, movies no one else would give a chance, and I'm happy for it. I don't like all their movies, but I like that, like, they're giving them a chance. And this is gonna segue into one of our later reviews with one of the main actors from the movie, like, from a movie,
Mm.
and, like, A24 gave him a chance in another movie, and I like this production company, and I hope they make more movies like
Yeah.
this. They don't need to be, like, all horror movies
Mhm.
like they did in the
Okay.
past.
one movie I saw this year that might be in my top. I haven't put it together yet, but A24 made an 80s style kids movie called Ochi, and it was practical effects, amazing sets and visuals. You wouldn't get that with any other studio.
No, no, they wanna make everything like in a computer.
Mhm.
And I think there's a I think, what is it called? CGI has its place,
It does if
but,
it's
like
used right.
yeah, and I think if they do a blending with CGI and practical effects, it looks good.
Mhm. And, speaking of looking good, the cinematography in this has this rich, dark look to it that sells it, and the way they use the camera is
Yeah.
interesting. And, I'm gonna say if other cast member like, the execution is kinda pivotal on the cast, and the cast really sells it, and they're the biggest draw for me, I think.
Yeah.
Anything before we give it our rating, that we haven't mentioned that you wanna talk about?
I I think I think this is an interesting point, and I wanna hear your answer. I don't know today that I would say I would rewatch it, but I think a good sign of a good movie is I would rewatch it, and I think I would rewatch this movie in, like, let's say,
Oh,
like, 10 years. Does that makes any sense?
I'll tell you right away, when I left the theater, I was thinking about this movie for, like, 2 weeks.
Really?
I would watch this movie again. When it comes on streaming, I'm gonna try to get
Okay.
Sarah to watch it, see if she likes it, yeah. I would definitely watch this again.
Uh, I would give it 3.5 toes.
Alright, I'm gonna yeah, I give it 3.5 as well, but you asked me something off mic that was intriguing, and, I have my answer, but do you have the answer for if you were to die in this alright, let the concept alone, before I ask that, your question, the concept is cool. Like we always see afterlife movies, you're dead, you're in heaven, you're in hell. But this is like a place we've never seen before. And that originality I really like because anything under the sun you can think of is a world. So you asked me off mic if I was to choose my afterlife eternity, where would I want to spend it? I think it'd be like in a movie theater world if they were still playing movies, all the movies I that were around when I was live. I guess that's where I would go. But where would you go?
You know what's interesting? And then, this is for people to watch the movie. I think I would choose the afterlife that they chose.
Fair enough.
Not the one that one character chose, but the ones
All right.
the
The
ending.
the the main the main
Yeah.
crux, the ending.
Yeah.
And all right.
Yeah.
That's legit. That's
'Cause
legit.
I was thinking of, like, what are the things that I want in life, and I guess, like, that's what I would want in life, so I guess maybe that's what I would want in afterlife.
Yeah, okay, we didn't mention this before. There's spoiler alert a little bit, but it's not really super spoily. She gets the chance to kinda decide who she wants with. That yeah, we did
Oh,
say
yeah,
that,
sorry.
but, it's like, is she making the right decision? She thinks she's making it, and it really makes you as the audience wonder because both these guys are really sweet, really good, and they love her, and she loves them, and it's like, who do you wanna see her end with? Like, because it's like, hey, yeah, she spent most of her life with Miles Teller, but the other guy she didn't get a chance to spend time with. And it's really like I'm rooting for both these guys, but only one can win. Who would you want her to choose? But if the movie wasn't over, who anybody you were rooting for?
I well, I saw a lot of parallels with one of the characters, which I don't know if you wanna go into spoilers, but
Probably not spoilers, but
yeah, there was one of the characters, and, it was interesting. He said something that, like, I felt. So, um, in my personal life, which I won't go into detail, but I appreciated that
well,
sentiment.
it's not a spoiler. I don't think you can say that part if you want. I know what you're thinking, but you don't have to.
No, but I'll say it from, another well, you did the review for, Is This Thing On, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were both saw it together.
yeah.
Yep.
It's like, he said something like, "I wasn't happy," uh
I wasn't unhappy with our marriage. I was unhappy in general.
yeah,
Essentially.
and, like, I saw a lot there's some similar parallel to that in Eternity, and I was just like, I remember in my life when I was the happiest, but was I happy in just that moment, or was I happier in, like, a different period for a longer period of time? So, the
Yeah.
movie really makes you think about your life, and I think that's what makes a good
Sure.
movie. It makes you think about yourself and not just, like, the
Mhm.
characters in the story.
100%. Yeah. So that is currently in theaters. Probably going to be streaming soon enough. Might even be on VOD right now. If you're looking for something different, go check it out. Uh, all right. So our next movie here is one that we were both kind of excited about. It was playing at a festival we went to, but we didn't get tickets. But the trailer looked cool, and we both really like the main character. I'm talking, of course, about The Secret Agent. All right, this is a Brazilian film that I feel like I can't fully sum up because it kind of went above my head, but I
I
guess.
can't remember.
All right, yeah, go ahead, please do
So,
because
Secret Agent is an interesting movie. I don't think this is spoilers, but The Secret Agent is about memory and storytelling and what you remember. When I watched the movie, I was
yes, yes,
extremely bored.
I lost interest.
Uh, I was like, "Why is it shot this way? Why is the storytelling this way?" And you really don't learn that until the halfway point, and it doesn't even explain it to you. You kinda have to figure it out.
Mhm.
And the movie, you have to watch the whole movie and actually think about it to understand what's going on. The movie does not hold
Yeah,
your
you
hand.
texted me the next day, you're like, "I think I got it." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Please let me
I
know."
needed 24 hours to let him know. And what was really funny, because the movie is about memory, like, we were talking about one of the main themes of the movie as we were driving up. Uh, Adam was telling me about this story with his cousin and how, like, there's a train, and Adam remembers nothing about the train.
Well, because it didn't exist.
It
There was gaslighting,
well,
made up story.
but that is kind of
Fair
similar
enough,
to the
fair enough,
scenes
fair enough.
of the movie. Like, you don't know what's real or not because the movie is essentially about memory, but it doesn't tell you that, and it doesn't hold your hand to it. So, what I don't know, like,
Yeah,
that's kind of
and
like this idea of the movie,
or
and that, like, as an example, I'm not gonna
no,
spoil
no, no, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
There's something extremely wild that
That's what I was gonna get
yeah,
into.
yeah,
There is a scene that takes I'm like, if that was the whole movie, it's like a wild B Grindhouse style movie in the middle of it. I'm like, why is this not the fucking movie? This is
yeah, and
ballsy
you wanna know
crazy.
why it happened? Because the movie is fiction, but the reason why I thought it happened was because when a tabloid story comes out that's out of this world, they write about it. And the movie was written what the movie idea was through memories and news articles. So
Yeah.
someone wrote and they show you in the movie the news article about that wild scene, and someone wrote about it. So then the movie, since it was based off memories and news articles, it had to create the scene of
Uh-huh.
that extremely crazy scenario. So, um, I don't know if I can sum it up any other way, but
Yeah, no, yeah, I think that's fun.
how did you feel about the movie?
I wanted to like it. All right, now let's get this out of the way. This is a movie that's Brazilian. It's in Portuguese. It's in subtitles. I don't mind. I love reading subtitles movies. That's fine. The movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it is a slow, not even a slow burn. It's slow.
It's slow.
Like it starts off awesome. Like our main character rolls into a gas station, and sees a dead body covered up, and the attendant comes out and he's like, "Oh, that's fine. We shot him over the
Oh my
weekend."
god, you know what's crazy? That scene, I didn't realize it till the next day, tells you everything you know about the character need to know
Mhm.
about the character, and I don't know if you were realizing that while you're watching it. It literally explains who he is.
Yeah, it kinda shows you his moral compass and everything, and
Yeah, and multiple characters say something, like, I'll just say one of the lines from the movie. Uh, "That guy's a fucking pussy."
yeah,
And, like,
but
you're like
he's not really.
he kinda is.
You think?
Yeah.
Now let's get this, alright, here's someone we both really love,
Oh,
alright?
one of my favorite working
Fucking
actors.
one of the best actors in the business right now, Wagner Moura, right, that's his name? I always reverse his first name and last name. Yeah, Wagner Moura or Wagner Moura, I guess, the accent if you say it right, who in everything he's in steals the show. He's a charismatic guy, he has this charm and likability, but in this, he is just kinda, like, nonchalant and just reacting very bluntly to things. It's like, why? What I feel like he had to have been directed that way.
I think it's about the memories and, like,
Fair enough.
how do you make a character where you don't know a lot about them? And I think the ending scene with, when he when he explains, like, the synopsis of the story, I think that's acting in the movie because the rest of the movie, he's playing,
Yeah.
something else, but, yeah, it's just unfortunate. I don't know what I know what the director was doing, but I don't know how you would do it any other way for his vision, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It got really high reviews. I I wanna can you bring up the audience rating? Because I feel like audiences are gonna hate this movie. Because Rotten
Reviews?
Tomatoes right now is 98%, but I'm really interested in the audience rating.
Alright, so, metric rating 92,
But
IMDb.
those gotta be critic
So
ratings.
where do we go, like,
Go to Rotten
Rotten
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, I just wanna see because I feel like the general audience is gonna hate this movie.
I feel like it's been getting great reviews from actual reviewers,
That's
but
what I
yeah,
mean.
you're talking about regular.
Yeah.
I love how I put Rotten Tomatoes in and it brought me to actual Rotten Tomatoes on Google. Fuck you, man. Secret. And I'll tell you, the trailer makes it look like it's gonna be an action-packed, edge of your seat thrill ride, and it's not that. It's not that at all, folks. Oh, wow. Okay, so is it the
Oh,
tomato reader or the popcorn
yeah,
meter? 250 popcorn meter, people reviewed it, 250 plus, 91%. Tomato reader by like certified reviewers, 98%. So maybe we're in a very small minority here who
I mean, I like the film, but I would never rewatch
oh yeah. No, this is one of those
Never,
movies that
never rewatch
yeah,
it.
no need to come back to in my book.
Yeah, I think you can you just have if you wanna if you think you would be interested in a movie about, like, memory and, like I think it's a good
But
period
that's
piece.
been done in so many other movies so much better.
Yeah, I don't know if it better, I
Well, memory type.
is it like Memento? Absolutely
No.
not. But does it do memory better than Memento? I think if you really think about the story, I think it does.
Fair enough.
Because it makes you think about your life, which I said in the last review, it makes you
No, but these are it's very true for both movies in different ways, kinda.
yeah. So, I mean, I like the movie, uh, I don't know if you wanna keep talking about it, but
I mean, I'm good, but if you want, we can. It's up to you. We can
I
just
d I can't talk about it 'cause it's
you
way too
spoiled
many
things.
way
There's
too
a
many
lot yeah.
spoilers. How many pieces of toast did you get?
I am gonna gi oh my I feel bad. This is a very low review for me. I'm gonna give it 1.5 slices of toast. Not even 2. 1.5.
Yeah, I think it would be I'm gonna give it a 3, but it might be a little
Wow.
under a 3. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like the, film itself that I liked about it, it was, like, the message that I
Alright,
liked.
I'm gonna be honest right here. You said don't say it on here, but I'm always transparent in my review. I fell asleep watching this movie multiple times. You told me, "What did you say?" When I said, "Oh, fuck, I must miss a lot when I was falling asleep."
I think I said you as much.
Yeah, I fell asleep a lot throughout the movie, and I missed nothing. That's what sums this
You
movie.
even said that I look bored, and I
Yeah,
was
I saw
kind of
you look like I'm like, "Oh, maybe he's falling asleep too."
I wasn't falling asleep, but I was bored.
But I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, but if it was a riveting movie that kept me entertained, like the next movie I wanna talk about, I was awake for 24 hours. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I like the movie, but I don't know. I it's interesting, so I now wanna watch his other films because 'cause I'm curious. I heard this guy has, the director, I forget his name, has been trying to push his movies at Cannes every year, and he's created a lot of films, and, I have, like, a in the Massachusetts we're in Massachusetts, I have a lot of friends, there's a city near us, and it's mostly Brazilian people, and some of my good friends are Brazilian, so
Albert
so
Monca Fijo, I
yeah,
think.
so I
His
like the
name.
culture, so the
22 movies he's,
yeah, he's
joined
done
with.
a lot. There's a couple that I'm really interested in. I'm not seeing the ones that I'm interested in watching just yet.
Sorry,
But yeah,
just for you.
I don't see it. But there's a couple that has piqued my interest. So I'm interested in seeing his other films to see what they're like. I know they're very artsy, like, and dealing with things in Brazil that don't exist anymore. I will say this about The Secret Agent, as a period piece, the movie looks
Oh, stunning. Gorgeous.
unbelievable, unbelievable, and I think I said this to you yeah, I did. Like, I don't like the movie Prometheus, but that movie
Uh-huh.
looks
Agreed.
incredible. So The Secret Agent, the shots, the way the cameras are angled, the
Mhm.
set, the costume, it's
Oh, yeah.
one of the
For
best.
production value,
One of
you
the
can't do
best.
better.
Yeah, I honestly think it's one of the better looking movies I've seen this year.
And this is Brazil's, entry into best foreign film at the upcoming Oscars. So, it might win some big awards, but if it was in the running for, like, production design, cinematography, 100% would, understand that.
Yeah,
It is boring, Rick. Yeah.
yeah, it it looks so good though, and I think it's gonna sound interesting. I feel like some languages, when you hear them, they don't sound good.
Mhm.
I think Brazilian Portuguese sounds really good. It's very
Yeah.
songy, but when I hear Portuguese, they kind of sound a little angry, kinda like the German like how
Fair
people are
enough.
saying
Yeah,
German.
yeah, comes off
So,
a little
like, when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, I like subtitles too," and I was like, "Oh, the movie sounds like the way they're talking, it just everything."
yeah.
Lots of sex scenes though, Rick. Very good sex scenes. There's a lot of there's probably like 7 sex scenes in this movie.
See, I fell asleep during the sex scene. I saw one.
He fell asleep. There was a gay one who fell asleep through
Oh,
that.
and if you wanna say Captain has, like, 2 faces and
Oh,
Rail, I think it's Rail in this movie.
looks stupid. The gay sex scenes look good too.
Hey, hey, you know,
you.
you can film sex look good. It doesn't have to be male, female, any sex
Yeah,
is sex, man. If you look good,
they all look good.
all right. Anything else before we move on?
You gotta be a special person to like it, but I think it's one of the better looking movies.
Fair enough. I will second that for you. All right, now that is in limited release right now. Probably get a wider release sometime soon. Probably when the Oscars are coming, that will be in contention. Probably see it a lot more then. All right, up next, I have a movie that comes out in a couple of days on Christmas, but then it's going to open limitedly on Christmas and then expand in January. So I have Park Chan Wook's latest movie, No Other Choice. We saw the trailer for this when we saw The Secret Agent, and what did you tell you were intrigued by this one, right?
Yeah, I really like this director. There's only one movie I haven't seen from him that I wanna watch, it's the vampire one, I'm blanking on the name right now. But I love I mean, I haven't seen the Vengeance trilogy in
I haven't seen all this stuff, but what I have seen, I love, dude. Like,
yeah, so, like, Snowpiercer, I love,
that's a
but
good
the
movie.
Vengeance trilogy, I love.
The Handmaiden.
Yeah, I like that. Thirst is the vampire
Oh
movie,
yeah.
so I haven't seen that. Um, I think Korea is, some of their directors are making the most interesting films, just because they have different viewpoints, they're not and they're making different stories. The trailer, it gave me Old Boy vibes,
Uh huh. Yeah.
especially the shots, and the Vengeance movies don't look like Old Boy, they are about, like, getting revenge or, like, Old Boy and his other films, but, like, they didn't look like it, so there was a couple scenes I was like, "Well, that just looks exactly like Old Boy," but, how did you I haven't
All right. So
seen
yeah.
it.
Let me set up. I did say the title, right? I said no
Yeah,
other
yeah.
choice. All right. So here's what's up. So you have a guy, wealthy. He's at the top of his game. He's providing for his family. Everything's going great, and then he gets laid off, and essentially he starts like he's miserable because he can't provide for his family. His wife, who has always like stayed at home and took care of the house and the kids, decides to go back to work, and he feels like that's the man's job to take care of that. His family essentially has to uproot their life, move elsewhere, sell all their stuff. Hell, they have to get rid of their dog, the dog that they love, their family dog. They have to give to his in-laws to take care of. Uh, they're in debt out their asses, and he's just miserable. He thought, like me, when we were talking, the industry kind of died in 2023, the film industry. He thought, I'll be back at work soon. So much time goes by. He's just doing odd jobs, kind of making ends meet, but nowhere near to the success that he was at. And he was at a factory that made paper, and so he gets it in his head. Hey, this successful guy works for this paper company. If he was dead, I could probably get his job. But then he's like, shit. If he was dead, there's probably other applicants that are higher up above me that would probably get the job uh, first, and I wouldn't be in the running. So he decides to put out a fake advert in a magazine, a paper magazine that everyone looks at, saying, "Hey, I'm this new company. I'm opening up a paper factory. I need people." And he gets people to send resumes over to him, and he just fixated. He goes like, "This is the good one. This is the bad one," and he takes the top contenders and essentially wants to go and he does recon and watches them and wants to kill them. So once a job opens up, he'll be the front runner for the job. Uh, it sounds like an intense movie. The trailer looks so fucking intense and brutal and just action packed and such a thrill ride. But it's that, but it's more of a comedy. This movie is hilarious. Like I didn't want to tell you in the theater, but like this movie is fucking hilarious. Now there is action and gore, but unexpected action and gore. Uh, like there's so much going on. This movie, like I said, this is the movie that I last time we recorded an episode, I got into bed at 4 p.m. and I had to be at work for 5:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, but I had this streaming at 10 o'clock that night. I went to work and edited some stuff and then went to see this movie. I should have, in all honesty, I thought I would pass out watching this movie because that happens.
Mhm.
But the movie was so riveting and so intriguing. I was so wide and awake and just wide eyed and thrilled because you couldn't imagine where this movie's going to go next. Like it just takes so many twists and turns that you don't see coming. Uh, and the cinematography is gorgeous. The score is fantastic. Uh, The acting is great. I don't know any of these actors because I believe they're all Korean, but the main character I do know. The main actor, Lee Bung-hun, he plays the guy who's, like, the main villain running the Squid Games, and he's great. His wife is great. His wife steals the show. She is a fantastic actress. Soo Young-jin, I believe is her name. I'm probably butchering it.
Pretty close.
She was great. And there's some other people. All the acting is top notch. The writing is great. Directing is beautiful. The cinematography and score are the best part of this movie. The comedy is great. The action is great. The thriller, the mystery, the intrigue. This movie has it all, folks. I highly suggest if you want something different this year to see or next year, because this is coming out Christmas Day, but then, like I said, opening in January wider, go and see No Other Choice. I'm going to give it 4 slices of toast.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. Sweet. So up next, we have one more movie that we saw at a festival a couple of months back that opens up in January. If you want to tell the folks about it.
So this is Dead Man's Wire. This is I don't know if would you call this a biopic?
It's based on a real story that happened back in
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah. I'll go into it before I give the review of the movie. Bill Skarsgård is a fantastic actor. You can tell he puts so much effort into his characters. Now there are real video of the person who plays Tony in the film, and I was curious what if they look the same. They don't really look the same,
But he has a visual style that's
but
like 70s accurate and menacing, but goofy.
but I was gonna say this. They sound
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So the guy Bill Skarsgård is playing is a little bit older, a little bit chubbier, a little bit rounder,
I
but
think I saw that.
the voice is very similar. So it's about a guy down on his luck. He got a deal with a mortgage company that he believed went like not in his favor. He believes he's out of $3 million, and he gets this idea to attach a shotgun to the owner of the mortgage company and demand him pay him the money that he
He
lost.
didn't care about the money. It was
No,
more
no,
about
that's
the apology.
I was gonna get to
Sorry,
that.
sorry.
He at the beginning, he's like, "I want my money back and I want an apology." He goes through the ringer. The best part of the movie is he doesn't even care about the money halfway through. He just wants an apology.
And he goes to get the guy who runs the company, who owns the company, but he's not even
Yeah,
there.
he's not even
He goes for the son. He takes the son hostage, thinking, "Oh, the dad will definitely cave in for his son." No dice on that. The dad's like, "Tough luck."
tough luck. Al Pacino.
Yeah, the cast is phenomenal.
He's
Al Pacino plays that guy. He's only in a couple of scenes, but he's killing it. And the guy that he kidnaps is Darcy Montgomery. He was the villain from Stranger Things, the hunky lifeguard who like ladies fawned over, and he's great in this. But I think the breakout for me, well, actually, I don't even know if I'd say the breakout. The cop was great.
The cop was
The cop was fantastic, but Coleman Domingo plays a radio DJ who's the only person that Bill Skarsgård's character will talk to. And Coleman Domingo has this cool, jazzy vibe about him that just worked. And this is a Gus Van Sant movie, and it's great. Like, and it looked stunning. Like, it looks like a 70s movie. It has like a film grain look. You can tell it's shot on film. A great production value. The editing is like it. Like, the freeze frames that they'll do in random shots. But we saw the trailer for this the other day, and you thought the trailer looked a little different.
I think because we saw it at a film festival and we saw like a weird digital
Yeah,
shot.
we saw like a full frame of it, but the trailer was like
The
a different
Yeah,
aspect ratio.
yeah, and I think the coloring was different too, and it
Quite a
looked
bit.
better. And my biggest complaint when I watched the movie at the festival was like, I was like, yeah, this movie looks okay, but there's something off about it that I don't like. And then what was really interesting when we saw the trailer for it, I was like, the trailer looks way, and it's probably because of how we saw it, not the movie
Yeah.
itself.
The way it was,
And I was like, man, I wish I saw this like this way because like coloring even looks better.
yeah,
Because there was parts of the coloring at the festival, and it just kind of looked a little
it was
cheesy.
really a work in progress.
Yeah. And the funny one of my you didn't go into detail about the Coleman thing, but I love that Tony in the movie, he kept on saying like, "Well, I love jazz. I love jazz."
Yeah.
And what's funny for the podcast is I'm wearing my Newport Jazz
Oh,
Film Festival
boy.
hat because I knew we were gonna review this
Nice.
film.
I was wondering why, like, let me get my hat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why?
And it's funny, like, we were this was the last movie we saw at this festival. We stood till like I want to say 10 o'clock and drove back, or you drove back from New York to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I passed out like a bitch. I had to go to work the next morning. You did too, I think.
I went to work.
But we really wanted to see another movie called Dust Bunny. This was our backup movie that we got accepted for. I saw Dust Bunny last week. This movie is 100% better. Dust Bunny was good, but this was much better. Like we just went by. I don't even think there was a trailer. We went by. Oh, that's Bill Skarsgård. It looks interesting. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. I would recommend this movie.
Yeah.
It especially if it looks like how it looked in the trailer, not what we saw, I would recommend this movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll go see it when it comes out. Like,
Just and then you can let me know.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, stars. Everyone's giving great performances. It looks great. It sounds great. It has that vibe to it, and I don't know what else to say about it. Anything that you can think?
Yeah, it was like a biopic, but it didn't suck.
Yeah,
Because I feel like some biopics, they just kinda like
and that's the thing. Skarsgård's character isn't really a villain. He's a good guy. He's goofy. He stumbles around, but he's really good at what he did, making this dead man's wire situation. And people kind of it's
oh,
no
we should
spoiler.
explain what the dead
Oh
wire
yeah,
is.
yeah, please, please, please.
Oh, so the dead man's wire is a shotgun that like not zip-tied wire to the back of your head, and the trigger is on the
It's attached. So if you move your head too much, it's
yeah,
gonna blow your
yeah,
brain.
if you move your head too much, the wire will pull the trigger and it'll blow your brains out.
And you're probably wondering, oh well, it's just a guy sitting at a table. No, they're literally going from the building down an icy road, slipping on ice almost, going into a car, driving a car, holding it, going up an apartment, coming out. They're going all around. It's just not a one. It moves. It moves a lot. Now there are some things that aren't great. Like there's a plot with like a news anchor following
yeah.
them. Could do without that.
I plot.
Yeah.
They could have been there, but I didn't need it to be a plot.
Now, I will say the trailer gives the whole movie away.
Oh, don't watch the trailer.
Like you go in blind just from this review or just from whatever, because you'll see the whole movie in the trailer. But it's out of context, but it's kind of the whole thing.
Kind of in order.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I don't know, how many slices would you give Dead Man's Wire?
I think I'd give it 3 out of 4. I feel like that might seem low,
No,
but
that's pretty good
but,
score.
I would say, yeah, 3 out of 4. How about you?
I think I'm 3 with you as well. Yeah, yeah. So that comes out, like I said, in select theaters on January 9th and wider release on the 16th. So if this sounds interesting, definitely worth checking out. And that is gonna essentially do it for the review section here. Hopefully you found something that you might want to watch, but I don't know.